What is good, YouTube world? It's Jay Coffee Talk, tapping back in with some more hip hop news. So check it out. You know, we've been talking about Eminem a lot as of late. You know, the whole hip hop scene has been a lot going on. Now, when you think of Eminem and you like another artist comes to mind, I would say most people would say Royce the 5'9". You know what I mean? I just did a video the other day how Lupe Fiasco was telling, yo, Royce, chill, man. Like, stop going all crazy in all these Eminem situations. Fall back. It's getting you into some trouble. As you know, M and Royce go way back, even before the fame, right? But another artist who is very tight with Eminem is Crooked I, right? Recently, when the whole Snoop situation was going on, Crooked I kind of stepped in and tried to mediate the issue. You know, he was like, this will be bad for the culture. There'll be racial problems and things of that nature. Like, we got to nip this thing in the butt right now for the culture. And I personally think Crooked I is dope. Like, because I really like artists that get to the bars. I like all different kinds of music, all different kinds of hip hop. I can appreciate it all, but my favorite is lyrical MCs. You know what I mean? I remember Crooked I telling a story that when he actually signed with Shady, surprisingly, he got a call from Suge Knight. As you know, Crooked I at one point was on death row in the road days. You know what I mean? The later stages of death row, where things didn't really go so well, you know what I mean, for the label, not so much success. But anyways, what was interesting about that, right, was when Crooked I once heard him, or when he was telling that story, he said that Suge Knight kind of said something along the lines to him, I'm paraphrasing here, basically like, yo, you know, you're a lyrical dude, and the white boy is known to, you know, to be like a spitter or whatever, so I think this will be a good fit for you. And I really feel like it has been, you know what I mean? Crooked I is one of the more talented artists, in my opinion. And I feel like things have kind of flourished a lot more for him since his time linked with Shady. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard Crooked I constantly promoting this project called Family Business. He's been talking about it for a long time, like another project he's working on. I remember way back when Crooked I stepped in during the Eminem Nick Cannon situation to kind of stand with M. He actually previewed a track that him and Eminem were working on in the lab, right, for the Family Business project. Well, check it out, man. Like I said, I've been hearing of the Family Business, but I wasn't really super familiar with them. And get in the comments, guys, and let me know if you had seen this new jump off they put out called Skip This Ad. Eminem produced it. I think Shady did a pretty good job on the beat, but there's something even more interesting about this Family Business Skip This Ad video that really, I was like shocked that I had not known this, because I try to stay up on these things. These dudes are Crooked I's for real brothers, right? Because I had heard something before when he was promoting them, talking about, yeah, it's my fam, these are my brothers. But when you watch the video, right, these dudes are all spitting, like killing it with the syllables and all that, and all of a sudden I'm looking and I'm like, wow, man, like these dudes, like they look dead like Crooked I, and their voice sounds a lot similar as well. Like these dudes are really Crooked I's brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like the bars is in the DNA, I guess, because they all seem to be able to flow. You know what I mean? Like, it was just amazing to me watching the video. It was like watching multiple Crooked I's. I was like, damn, man. And, you know, it just goes to show how close that Eminem Crooked I bond is. Like, M has been in the studio a lot with Crooked I and his brothers working on this project. So I thought that was pretty dope, pretty interesting, but it seems, like I said, the bars are in the DNA. So hit the comments, guys. Let me know if you watched this video. Let me know if you already knew that about Crooked I, that these were his brothers and all that. Let me know your thoughts. If you ain't heard it yet, go tap in, watch the video, Family Business, Skip This Ad. Now, moving along, if you remember back, you know, when the Game 50 Cent beef was really, you know, in full swing, when we're hearing Fifth talk about the game where things all went bad, he constantly kept bringing up how, Game got put with G Unit, and prior to that, he was going to get dropped from the label. Like 50 Cent helped him, have his career flourish, or he might have just ended up being someone who got dropped and faded into obscurity. Well, it seems Jim Jones played a similar role, like he played the 50 the Game role to Trey Songz.
Trey Songz with his success in his very beginning stage. I kind of saved his career. He was actually on the chopping block at the label. I guess it was Atlantic at that time when I was working on Warner Music Group. I saw Trey at one of the Warner music conventions. It was like Bahamas or something. And I remember Kevin Miles like, we're about to cut this young man because we don't know what to do with him. And I was like, that nigga fire.
So you heard Jimmy. According to Jimmy, if it wasn't for him, the world may have never really heard of Trey Songz, because he was about to get dropped and fade into obscurity. And, he went on to talk about how he was at a music event and was talking to a music executive about Trey Songz, that he thought he was dope. And he was like, nah, we're about to drop him. And, he put him on his, a hook on the Harlem. What was the track? Summer with Miami. What was the album? Harlem Diary of a Summer. That's a fire album, man. Max B's all over that thing. But according to Jimmy, he saved Trey Songz. Ain't that something? All right, now moving on to the last news story that I wanted to cover with you guys on this video. This is crazy to me, man. We've all been talking about Yfn Lucci. We know, he was wanted for murder. Then yesterday, he turned himself in, which, like I was saying, I think that's the smart move. Hope, his lawyer could maybe argue for a bail, possibly, you know what I'm saying? Had he went on the run, it would, that would have been it. He would have been remanded. But we all see, that he was arrested with 2 other suspects. And we know there were 2 victims, right? One died and one, showed up to a fire station later and ended up getting to the, medical center and getting treatment and surviving and everything. But, we were all probably thinking about this in our head. Like, we knew, people were talking to the police. They seem to have a lot of information as more and more info comes out. But I feel like most of us were thinking, those 2 guys, the 2 victims, were on the same side of this conflict, where the shooting resulted. And then I did a video yesterday where one of my, subscribers, viewers, commented and said that his take and opinion, was that he thought that Lucci put a bag out and wasn't the trigger man. But now we find out a bit of a twist to this. And I got to say, it's got me looking at Yfn Lucci like, I don't know, man. Like, you guys comment and let me know if you are looking at Lucci like he's just a real greaseball and things are looking real bad for him. Because we found out that the person who died was actually with Yfn Lucci in this conflict. And, according to police reports and info that's, coming out, according to witnesses and people involved in all this who are cooperating and talking with police, allegedly Lucci was riding through rival gang turf in Atlanta with 3 other individuals, and the man that they found dead was hanging out the car, basically pulling a drive-by type deal, and got shot, and they just dumped him out the car in the middle of the street. Now, what do you guys think about this? Like I said, hop in the comments. We got to talk about this. As always, I want to hear what you guys think about this, the different topics that we cover. Now, is Lucci like foul? Is he a greaseball in your opinion? If just dumping his friend in the street like that? Or did he do what he have to do if they were out riding, shooting at people? Did he have no choice? Did he have to leave him like that? I mean, with a headshot, was he more than likely deceased already? Like, I don't know, man. But all in all, I look at this. I really look at Yfn Lucci like, what are you doing, man? You done came up in the rap game. You know what I mean? And you're out here, pulling up on people. busting shots at people. Like, I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? We know, some of these rappers come from the streets and were really active out there and were really living that life. But I mean, when the money comes, man, I just don't understand, you know what I mean, why hang around and still be doing that same type of activities. But I don't know. Regardless, like I said, I want to know how you guys all feel about this. But regardless, this is the narrative of to the public, how the view is going to be about this whole situation. It's looking worse and worse for Yfn Lucci. Like, he might not ever be coming home. The reason why, innocent till proven guilty, like I always say. But the reason why I'm really saying all this is because we see all the different information that's coming out. So we know people are talking, right? We know the one individual who was shot and lived, it seems, is talking. And it seems like maybe some people who were with Lucci were talking as well. And when this thing hits court, it's going to just look like that's going to, I don't know, comment and let me know if you agree, but it's going to be looking really bad for him when a court sees this case and they say, oh man, you're a rapper. You know what I mean? You done came up and you're out here basically pulling drive-bys, dumping bodies out the car. Like, it's just going to be looking all bad for him, in my opinion, Like, based on, the information as it keeps coming out at first, I was looking at this like maybe Lucci was just around the way and, someone hopped out on him or something like that. You know what I mean? But it's going to look like just real bad for him when it comes to court, is my opinion. I don't know. Like I said, I want to know what you guys think. In my opinion, he was just making some really bad decisions, with his lifestyle. Pushing 30 years old, done came up, and I don't know, apparently Lucci was involved in the streets and still active is what this is all looking like. So let me know your thoughts about it. Should he have not dumped his friend in the street? Did he have no choice? Let's break it all down. New viewers, sub to the channel, hit that notification bell. It's J Coffee Talk. I'll catch you guys on the next one, and I'm gone.